Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida and welcome. And in today's video, I am going to give you some of my favorite Middle Eastern fragrances that are going to be perfect for fall. If you are in the market for fall fragrances, you don't want to spend a lot, you want to smell amazing, then your girl has got you covered, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. All right, before we start, as always, you guys, be sure that you are subscribed to my channel and be sure the notification bell is turned on and set to all so you don't miss any of my uploads. A huge thank you again, you guys. 40K. Y'all got me to 40K. As soon as I blinked from 20K, we're already at 40K. So a huge thank you. And if you have not checked out my official fall fragrances video, please be sure to check that out because I announced a massive giveaway and I want you to be included in that. So again, be sure to check out that video. So you guys, the first one I want to talk about is going to be a phenomenal, inspired by one of my favorite designer fragrances, which is going to be Yves Saint Laurent's Baby Cats. So we have a RIFAAQAT, and this is from the House of Paris Corner. And y'all, when I tell you this smells so freaking close and beautiful, it is so rich, deep, resonance, classy, spicy, and chock full of delicious vanilla. I feel like the only difference is it may not wear quite as sweet, okay, but still very sweet and very Baby Cat like. If you put this on and you go out there, I really don't think anyone would know the difference. So if you have been clamoring to get your hands on it, or it is just a fragrance that is out of your price range, I think that you should absolutely spring for the Paris Corner version because they did a phenomenal job with this scent. So this essentially has pretty much the same notes of Baby Cat. You open with elemi resins, you have pink pepper and black pepper, middle notes of saffron, olibanum, base notes of vanilla and cedarwood. This is something that just wears so rich and cozy and deep, and it is truly going to be about those incense notes, the olibanum, and it is going to be about this gorgeous spicy resinous vanilla. That is what you're going to get, and just a beautiful fragrance. I don't wear this one a whole lot because I still have plenty of Baby Cat left, but just from the smells, you guys, I'm telling you, if you have wanted that fragrance, this is one you need to check out because this is a perfect fall vanilla fragrance with lots of, you know, sex appeal. So again, that is RIFAAQAT, and that is from the House of Paris Corner. Next up is going to be a beautiful gourmand, and this is from Vivamore Parfums. So if you are not familiar, Vivamore is a Dubai-based brand. It is a sister company to Navitus, but you're getting the same delicious, beautiful, opulent quality of Navitus fragrances for a lower price point because they save a lot via the packaging. So this one I have here today is Caramel Pop, and it is truly going to be for the gourmand lovers. If you like scents like What About Pop, or you like the Cirque du Soleil fragrance, chances are you're going to vibe with this one. And if you have those, I would say maybe try it first so you don't get anything that you feel is redundant in your collection. But this is going to be more affordable than I think the other two aforementioned ones. And this just wears so beautiful. So Caramel Pop opens with notes of popcorn bergamot. You have middle notes of caramel chestnut orchid, base notes of vanilla absolute, benzoin, and Virginia cedar. So you're getting tons of caramel. The popcorn in this one is not crazy or hard to wear or understand or anything like that. I feel like they just found a really nice balance with the popcorn of it all because popcorn can really be weird for some people. I love it, you know, always, you know, really loud popcorn, really soft popcorn, it doesn't matter. I just love that particular note in my gourmand fragrances, but I feel like they just found a perfect balance with the way that it's done in this fragrance. This one, if you're familiar with What About Pop, this one doesn't give you that salty vibe because it doesn't have that ambergris. So it features a chestnut, but this doesn't wear overly nutty. I feel like chestnuts have got like this delicious, almost like creamy texture to them. And that's kind of the vibe that this one is also giving. It adds just a little uniqueness to it, if that makes any sense. And you have the orchid balancing things out. lots of vanilla absolute, okay? So if you're in the market for something that is, you know, resinous, it's a little syrupy, it's a little caramel, popcorn forward, caramel pop is definitely a vibe, okay? I love this one and cannot wait to start wearing it more for fall. So next up on the list is going to be from the house of Lattafa, and this is her confession. So many people were like, Sharita, what is the tea on her confession? Is it really giving Blanche Bet? Absolutely, they intentionally duped Blanche Bet, and it is giving. Now, it is not going to be as magical, you know, as a masterpiece, like the girl Blanche Bet, but baby, she's coming in real close in second place. It just doesn't have that same refinement as far as the way the musk is done and carried out, and maybe some of those florals. It wears just a little sharper. At first it didn't quite wear sweet, but as this has kind of sat and aged, like a month I think I've had this, it has sweetened up more to where I feel like their sweetness is maybe a little bit more on par, and depending on what day of the week, honey, this may be just a little sweeter. But again, just not as smooth. It's a little less lactonic to me. And if you actually look at the notes, this doesn't have that milk note. So if you found that you like the scent of Blanche Bet, but the lactonic quality of it, the milk note, was just making you nauseous, sick, it was just throwing the whole thing off for you, try her confession, because this is not wearing as lactonic to me, and there are no lactonic notes mentioned. Now, you are still going to get that creamy vibe somewhat because it's got a lot of tonka bean, and it does have that incense. Those together can definitely give you that really smooth, milky feel without having a lactonic or a milk note, because milk can be really tough for a lot of people. I totally get that. So this opens with cinnamon, mystical. You have middle notes of tuberose, mahonial, jasmine, and incense. And you have base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and musk. And again, I just think they did a phenomenal job with it. I cannot wait to see what this does as it really sits, ages, matures. The vanilla really deepens and darkens, much like the original Blanche Bet did over time. Lattafa has really been doing it, but these bottles are really doing too much. But all that aside, a beautiful fragrance. And if you have been curious, if you're looking for, you know, something more affordable than the Liquid Imaginers version, well, here you go. Lattafa has done it again. So the next fragrance is also from the house of Lattafa, and this is ISHQ Gold Edition. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but my Middle Eastern babes that can actually speak it, please don't come for me because I'm trying. Okay, so this is like my real intro to the dupes are duping. Very early on, purchased this in my Middle Eastern journey, and this just completely drew me into this world of Middle Eastern fragrances, because this is an inspiration of my favorite, one of my favorite perfumes of all time, definitely my favorite, like spicy ambery musk, which is Resendo Matoul's number 5. This smells just like it. This is so magical, delicious, sexy, all of the things. But like I always say, I'm going to tell you when I'm talking about this one and Resendo Matoul's number 5. Some people get a burnt tire, rubbery smell, just depending on how your nose is going to perceive the spices that are featured in the fragrances. And if I had to guess, maybe it's like a cardamom or a saffron, because those are the two spicy notes that can just go that way for some people, just depending on the way it's done. I don't get that from these, but just bear in mind that you may. And this is just carried out in such a spectacular way that, oh my God, like, do I actually need to repurchase number 5 when she's out? This smells just like it. This smells just like it. Like, it's hard for my nose to even differentiate between the two now that this one is like probably at least a solid year old now. But just, they did a phenomenal job with the scent. So this opens with caramel saffron. You have middle notes of suede, leather, tonka bean, base notes of vanilla, amber, and musk. And honestly, you guys, you see leather and you see suede, do not let this scare you, because Rosina Matu does not wear leathery to me. Neither does this one, not to me. I feel like maybe the way the saffron is done gives it a leathery feel, but does this smell like there is straight up leather in here? It does not. Like, this is not giving leather jacket, none of that. This is giving a very warm, musky, sexy, amber, saffron, really vanilla forward scent. Like caramel vanilla-esque. Like, that is what you're getting. So if you love it sweet, you love it musky, you love it ambery, and you're trying to smell sexy, then this one is absolutely one I will always recommend you get your nose on. And I feel like these are like 100 mil for 35 bucks. You can get this at a really great price from the Lattafa Pride collection. Again, this is ISHQ Gold, and this is from the House of Lattafa. Next up is an Aroma Concepts original, and this is JAWHARI, and this is done in collaboration. I don't know if he's an actor, influencer. I just know he is a good looking specimen. That's all I know. It's Daniel Renee. I'm not familiar again, but baby, this scent is eating. If you're looking for something sweet, opulent, fruity, but this is going to be something that's fruity, that's going to carry you right into fall, because it does wear sweet, rich, deep, warm, and a little spicy. It's sold out right now, but I hope by the time this video airs that it is back. A blind buy for me. And I just think that if you are into really delicious, decadent Middle Eastern scents, then this is one you have to get your nose on. This doesn't smell like anything I've smelled before. As far as like, is it duping something? I don't think it is. I think that when they come out with their original scents, they are Aroma Concepts original scents. So this opens with orange, passion fruit, bergamot, and cotton candy. Middle notes of coffee, brown sugar, heliotrope, honey, lily of the valley, and it's rounded off with vanilla and tonka bean in the base. You really are going to get this gorgeous mix of coffee and passion fruit. And there is an earthiness to this, almost like there's patchouli that I pick up on, like a chocolatey patchouli. I don't know where that is coming from, because looking at the notes, I mean, it could be the way the coffee is done in here, but I feel like there is definitely an earthy element in this fragrance that they're not mentioning. But it wears so beautifully. There is a very sweet and gorgeously done honey, but it's really well balanced with that fluffy sweetness from a cotton candy and all those citruses up top. So I feel like the honey does not get too sweet or animalic or anything like that. It's so delicious, you all. Like, I literally cannot. This is so delicious. Oh my God. Okay, and the baby performs. The baby performs, all right? So please check this one out once it is back. You can always save 10% when you shop Aroma Concepts. Of course, information on how to do that will be always in the description box. And again, this is JAWHARI, Daniel Renee. Last but certainly not least is going to be a luxury find, and this was actually sent over to me by the house. This is from the House of Tomavici, and this is Opulentia Oud. This is absolutely for my Middle Eastern girlies who love true Dubai Princess Middle Eastern scents. This is very unisex, so it could be also a prince, but this is definitely all about the oud. This is an oud rose fragrance, and it wears so superbly. This is from the nose of Christian Provenzano, and the way the oud comes through with that geranium and rose, it's giving it a freshness to this oud. So it doesn't wear funky skanky, and at the same time, it's not taking away from the true oud presence. You know, that Middle Eastern wears typically, you know and love. Like, this is not done in a westernized oud way. So I feel like, again, if you're into those richer, deeper, darker scents, then this is absolutely one that you should check out, because it's almost like it's wearing fresh, spicy with some warmth and lots of oud. That is what you're getting, but the oud is not too much, if that makes any sense. So this opens with saffron, raspberry, coriander, geranium, nutmeg. Middle notes are Bulgarian rose, damask rose, Egyptian jasmine, orange blossom orris, and you have base notes of oud, amber, ladamna, patchouli, Cypriol, Musk, Vetiver, and Moss. And you're just going to get a really beautiful scent. It's not super sweet, and you know, typically I love my ouds to be super sweet. But if that's a plus for you, then I think you would enjoy this one. Again, rose, oud, amber. Think that. If you're in the market for a scent like that, that has like this beautiful, robust geranium facet to it and some saffron, then I think you would enjoy this fragrance. Again, this one is Opulentia Oud, and this is from the house of Tomovici. All right, guys, so that is our video for today. Please drop me a line below and let me know fragrances that you are excited to wear this fall that are from the Middle Eastern houses. These are just all stunners. All of them are stunners, and I highly recommend you check them out if you're trying to smell opulent, but not completely just drain your bank account. All right, so it has been real. Make sure you are subscribed. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.